What's up, Taiwan? I'm Liao with news from here in Taiwan and around the world. Economists at a leading think tank have lowered their expectations of Taiwan's GDP growth. The Taiwan Research Institute previously predicted GDP growth could surpass 2.5%, but has cut this year's forecast to 1.45%. The revised number is below the central bank's 2% alert. That's its minimum to target to raise its country's living standards. Analysts say weak global demand is hurting Taiwan's export-oriented economy. Taiwan's World Competitiveness ranking has gone up since last year. Swiss business school IMD placed the nation 6th out of the 64 countries it evaluated. Topping the list is reigning champion Denmark, followed by Ireland and Switzerland. Taiwan moved up one spot from last year to its highest rank since 2012. IMD ranks countries in terms of economic performance, government and business efficiency, and infrastructure. Taiwan improved in 3 of these criteria, falling only in economic performance. Taiwan is home to many cultural traditions that bring in tourists all year round, but activists are now drawing attention to the threats that climate change is posing to these customs. Sally Jensen has more.
A colourful, noisy procession winding its way through Taiwan's heartland. The Mazu parade is one of the country's biggest traditional events. Tens of thousands of people accompany a statue of the sea goddess Mazu on a 9-day pilgrimage every year in central and southern Taiwan. But extreme weather caused by the climate crisis is threatening the future of this centuries-old ceremony.
我有点习惯说妈祖下雨的时候会下雨，是当几率很高啊，但是连续4年都没有。
因为全球暖化的关系，气温上升的话，其实对热伤害的预期病患的人数会增加。
Greenpeace and other local leaders have gathered in Taipei to bring attention to the severe impacts of the climate crisis and the areas of the country most affected by it. They've released a report outlining other cultural icons at risk. One of them is Lugang Old Street, a well-known tourist hotspot in southern Taiwan. Its committee leader is calling on the government to do more to protect the future of her community, which has seen an increase in severe floods in recent years.
就1天淹2次，经过了这么多少次的一个水灾，我们真的很难过。你没有身在其中，你无法去理解我们的难受。
Globally, indigenous people are among the most vulnerable to the effects of the climate crisis and ecological destruction. And those in Taiwan are no exception. The Zhou people in the country's central mountains are worried that droughts are affecting their culturally and economically important plants like fig and bamboo.
我们其实一直身在一个不确定的未来，这种不确定跟气候的变迁是直接的关系。
Taiwan's government recently enacted a net zero law, which aims to cut the country's greenhouse gas emissions, the root cause of the damage. But activists say the country's politicians need to do more to show their commitment to people and the planet.
各地的民众都是越来越在乎这个议题的，从美国、澳洲、英国都出现了为气候投票的趋势，就是选民越来越关心候选人有没有积极的气候跟减碳的政策。
Many indigenous and traditional cultures around the world are already feeling the impacts of the climate crisis. Activists here in Taiwan hope that by getting the public's attention, they can push the government into action so that these diverse and colourful cultures can continue long into the future. Howard Zhang and Sally Jensen in Taipei for TaiwanPlus.
Taiwan's fishing industry is one of the largest in the world, and catches of bluefin tuna are among its most prized. But recently, the government has introduced new regulations to prevent overfishing in the country's waters, and not everyone is happy about it. Sandy Chi reports.
As an island nation, fishing is big business here in Taiwan. In 2021, around 320,000 people were working in the country's fisheries industry, according to official statistics. But recently, there have been concerns about the industry's future. Some worry about overfishing, which could severely deplete the number of fish in Taiwan's waters. To try and stop this from happening, the government has begun pushing for more sustainable fishing in line with international standards. And that's meant rolling out a series of sweeping regulations on the country's fisheries.
那它有基本3大原则，第一个就是要有有效的渔业管理， 那第二个呢，就是要有科学数据来证明说这海里的鱼是足够的。那第三就是捕鱼的方法不可以永久的破坏这个海洋环境。
The new regulations have also meant some major changes for the industry. They limit which vessels can go out to sea during bluefin tuna season and require the fishermen tag their catches to keep track of how many larger fish are brought in. While the rules are aimed at ensuring the industry's long-term survival, fishermen say they're finding them increasingly hard to follow.
只是政府的规定很多，比较不能生活。渔业署的规定太多啊。
The industry has also been hit hard by inflation, which has seen an increase in everyday operating costs for fishing crews.
渔船呢，他们经营会越来越困难，因为原物料的上涨。基本上他们看现在鱼有料啊，听说涨了快1倍了，他们成本的增加，所以比较困难的还是渔民啊。
Conservationists support the new measures, but say the government also needs to better understand the effect they can have on the people who fish for a living. And they say it should do more to raise awareness of the problems overfishing may cause.
其实渔民不一定不知道说他这种竭泽而渔滥捕的方法会造成海洋资源枯竭，但是他可能觉得他先度过眼前这2-3天，至于后面2-3年或后面20-30年，那可能不是他的事。
When it comes to pushing for a sustainable fishing industry, both regulations and education are playing more important roles. For the government, this will mean balancing rules with the realities workers face, while also informing both fishing crews and the wider public about the importance of protecting the ocean's resources. Kamashu, P.T. Zhuang, and Sandy Chi for TaiwanPlus.
A record number of purple coral butterflies have been spotted fluttering over a road in southern Taiwan. Experts in Pingdong estimate the group had over 100,000 butterflies. Kunting National Park says they counted as many as 1,200 individual insects each minute. Purple crow butterflies migrate en masse each year during the rainy season from May to June. This is when plants begin to sprout young leaves, attracting female butterflies to lay their eggs. A goddess of the sea in the sky, one of Taiwan's most popular deities, has a new look, and it's helping her reach new heights. In Taiwanese folk religion, Mazu is goddess of the sea. But it seems like her power is expanding as she's now taking over the sky. You're looking at the world's very first Mazu hot air balloon. It made its debut on Tuesday as a warm-up for the Taiwan International Balloon Festival beginning June 30th. The annual event takes place in eastern Taiwan's Taidong County, and it's a huge draw for tourists. 55 hot air balloons of all shapes and sizes will take flight this year, joined by the sea goddess herself. Taidong Tianho Temple spent $260,000 to make the balloon. Representatives from Mazu temples around Taiwan were invited to witness the maiden flight of the maiden deity. Mazu is popular not only in Taiwan. Over 300 million people globally pray to the sea goddess, and officials hope the new balloon will draw them to Taidong.
特别就是希望我们全台湾各地的信徒，或者甚至您是海外来。
It's up, up, and away for Mazu. And despite moving from the seas to the skies, none would argue that the deity looks out of her element. Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. Remember to download the TaiwanPlus app for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally today, we leave you with images of sausage dog owners celebrating in Melbourne, Australia. They've just set a Guinness World Record for the largest dog walk involving a single breed. And I thought they set a record for most good boys and girls. I'm Liao. Take care and see you next time.
I'm Eric Gao in Tokyo, and you're watching TaiwanPlus News, the voice of freedom in Asia.